Hello, everybody, and welcome back. This is your one stop shop for all things positive within your fandom. If that's something that appeals to you, you've come to the right place. We're so happy to have you. And today is Throwback Thursday. And on Throwback Thursday, we talk about something news related in a fandom, and then we turn around and we give you a throwback movie review. The topic today is going to be a rumor that's going around about Scream 6, and our throwback movie review is going to be of Psycho 1960. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so we have to talk about Sam and the fact that she is supposed to be the killer in the new Scream movie, if you believe the latest rumors. Now, this makes no narrative sense if you're looking at it from movie to movie. However, if you're looking at it from a logical standpoint and what the Scream movies have done before and are doing kind of in this movie, it may make a little more sense than you think. But in order for this to work, we have to go all the way back to the very first Scream movie, when a blood-soaked Billy Loomis is standing in front of Sidney Prescott and utters the line, "We all go a little mad sometimes." And that actually brings you full circle if you think about it. That brings you to Scream 5, where his daughter is imagining that she sees him very much the way that Norman Bates imagines he sees his mom. Hears his mom in his head, that she's talking to him, telling him what to do. And for all we know, this sort of silent treatment of Billy Loomis looking in the mirror is doing the exact same thing in Scream 5 for Sam. And in Scream 6, you would be in the second half of the Psycho movie, if, in fact, that is the reference they're making here. Although there are a few other choices in regards to this that would pan out just as well. However, in order to do this one, I really do believe that Psycho is the way to go. And that means that by the second act, we've started to see cracks in Norman. We know what he's doing. So in this movie, we could very well start off seeing cracks in Sam. Start kind of getting a sense that she isn't always there. Well, then what happens next? Well, the big reveal that Sam is in fact one of the killers. But if this happens, I don't think it happens a lot later in the movie. I think if they pull this, they're going to pull it relatively early. And why would they do this? Well, if they do this relatively early, then you definitely have the ante that's been upped at that point. So let's examine why this theory exists. Well, this theory exists because of a few minor scenes within the movie, such as Tara Carpenter hanging from this railing, and we see the bloody hand of Sam holding on to her. Now, it looks to a lot of people, from what I've been hearing, it looks to a lot of people like Tara is holding something in her hand, possibly a mask. And this has led people to believe that this could in fact be the reveal of Sam as a killer. Now, there would be more than one killer, so Sam isn't the only one. But it's just one of those things. If they did this, it would have to be done sort of early on within the movie, at least by the second act of this movie. So now you have this revelation that Sam would be the killer. There's also a few little other things that people have noticed, like her talking to the psychologist and the way that she's holding the mask in the promo. There's also the fact that Gail Weathers in her house says about the one killer, she's going to shoot him in the face, and the killer says, "You've never met anyone like me." Now that could be attributed to just about any theory you want, but it's also attributed to this one. And it makes a little bit of sense that if they did this, they would do this by the second act. So we could very well be getting a look into Sam's head through this movie instead of through the heads of some of the victims, much like the way Psycho did. And that's why the theory would kind of work, but it's iffy at best. I don't believe that's what we're going to get, but if the evidence is there, then that's where I would put that evidence. That's where I would say that the film will take it. And I could be 100% wrong. There's been a couple people that have actually said that they've seen other reasons, but the main reasons that it appears that she could in fact be one of the killers is that one particular scene. And they're saying that in that scene that Tara is crying a little bit, as if she's really disappointed by what she saw. That adds credence to this as a theory. And it also adds credence to it that in the scene right before that in the trailer, one of the scenes they show is of them standing together. And then there's a scene where we're getting extra footage while Sam is holding a gun. And this is kind of relevant because if this is a thing, then it could be a flashback to Scream 5. Maybe she went a little mad during Scream 5 and we never really got to see it. Or somehow the reveal is that she is talking to Billy Loomis, the ghost, the thing that lives in her head, and it's caught on camera by one of the new killers. Or maybe it's caught on camera on purpose. But I will leave that part there. I want to know what you guys think. Is there any credence at all to this rumor that's been floating around that Sam is a potential killer in the new Scream movie? How does this change the game if in fact it's true? Now, with that being said, let's jump into our next topic, which is our review of Psycho 1960. Now, Psycho 1960 is an absolute classic, and it's one of those that is so ingrained within our pop culture heads that there's not a person out there who couldn't tell you who the killer is in the Psycho movie. And if you are one of these people who has never actually seen it and knows nothing at all about it, it is pop culture, and it is referenced in a lot of different things in a lot of different ways, even in the original Scream. If you're a Scream fan, they already spoiled this movie for you. So, in regards to us talking about it as a review, I kind of am going to just say what it is. Basically, it starts off with Janet Leigh's character, and she is kind of going away. She stole some money. She's trying to escape. She ends up staying at this hotel. When she stays at this hotel, well, we think she's the main character. Drastic things start to happen, and we realize she's not the main character, but in fact, Norman Bates is the main character. And Norman Bates has a problem. Norman is being taunted by his mother. Now, during the course of the movie, you start to kind of realize you're not seeing her. She's not around. But the movie's following Norman's psyche and talking about Norman all the time. And she kind of sits there and tells him what to do and how to do it. So when she's doing this and when we start to realize this is happening, it doesn't take long to really figure out who the killer is, especially if you've seen it after the fact. I'm sure that in 1960, a lot of people really didn't see it coming, but it is a case of pop culture history now. And you could start to build that theory in your head instantaneously upon seeing the movie. You start to realize that, in fact, Norman Bates is the killer. So what happens is you're proven right. However, this movie is gold. This movie is a definitive horror movie, and if you have never seen it in your life, you owe it to yourself to check it out. Because here's the thing about it. A lot of movies have copied this since then to try to spin a surprise. And a lot of movies owe itself to this. In fact, I would say even Scream itself owes itself to Psycho. Several movies now owe themselves to this movie. The movie is absolute gold and I cannot recommend it enough. If you have never seen the movie, it is very worth your while. I give it 5 stars and you should definitely check it out. Alright, so leave us a comment in the comment box below. Let us know if you've ever seen the movie Psycho and what you thought about that. Let us know what you think about this theory that Sam could be the killer. We want to know what you guys think. Also, don't forget to share this video with all of your friends so they can be a part of the conversation as well. Hit that like button as hard as you can. It helps the channel. We appreciate it. And it's free. Then Miko says we need more subscribers, and you don't want to disappoint Miko. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single video. And then friends, at the end of the day, yes, fandom is family.